Folks, welcome into the Crossing Swords pregame show. I'm your host, Ty B. Make sure you get to the link in our bio to get this beautiful train wreck shirt over on our Public. But I am joined today by Joe Conzi Jr., and we have Dwayne. We're right about around the anniversary here, Dwayne, the anniversary of your infamous call on WGR. How are you feeling about this team now as opposed to about 367 days ago?
I would say it's almost night and day. There's still things that need to be fixed that have been a glaring issue for a long, long time. But I definitely say I think we're in a much, much, much better position now than we were a year ago today. You know, when I absolutely lost my fucking mind on WGR 550. But, yeah, it's been a wild year. A lot of good moves, some bad moves. But, right now we're sitting pretty in a playoff spot. First time this team's been over 500 in a long, long, long time. Things are looking positive. Linus Olmark looks like a wall. Jack Eichel's starting to heat up. So I'm looking forward to see what today brings, and then the next couple weeks.
Absolutely. This is a huge game for the Buffalo Sabres. We got the Mass Mutual East Division standings on the bottom of the screen now, Washington leading it. And Buffalo did get themselves into a playoff spot, but were bumped out because of the results that happened in the evening yesterday. So the Sabres on the outside looking in right now, Conzi, but they're right there, just a point back of Pittsburgh, 2 points back of Boston. How confident are you of this team going forward?
Well, let me tell you, I watched hockey for about 8 hours yesterday. I just I renewed my my NHL pass, and I got to say, the one team that kind of scares me a little bit is the Philadelphia Flyers. I know we beat them 6-1, but they can strike at any given moment. Another team, too, with Ovi back, the Capitals looked strong. Zdeno Chara played well yesterday, too. So that team's starting to catch stride. But the one thing I saw from the Sabres yesterday, despite it wasn't pretty, but I liked on the Eric Stahl goal that Montour joined the rush. Mark Stahl, sorry. RJ said Mark Stahl yesterday. That the defense was moving up in the rush. That's something we haven't seen in a little bit. I've been kind of critical about Brandon Montour, but he actually played solid up in the rush yesterday. He helped kind of set that up with Stahl, and my gosh, Stahl with a ripper. I mean, I haven't seen that since, 05, 06? Holy crap, he looked like a brand new player yesterday. But, like I said, those two teams are kind of creeping up as teams that scare me. But I think this Buffalo team, if they can find their identity and really play consistent hockey, they've been playing better in the defensive zone. I think they can play with the top teams in this division and find themselves in a playoff spot.
No, absolutely. You saw they were right there with Washington, and I don't think they really played to the standard of leading this division with the teams that are in it. You mentioned Philly. They're obviously a great team. But let's get into the Sabres a little bit more. Tage Thompson struggling. We recalled Casey Middlestat from the taxi squad. What do you think of that move there, Dwayne?
Well, I think that's obviously because of Sam Reinhart not being ready to go yet. There's a lot of talk on Sabres Twitter about how important Reinhart is to this team, and I agree, he is important to this team. But, I think yesterday proved that, when important pieces are injured, you can still find ways to win hockey games, and that starts and ends with Jack Eichel, and also starts and ends with Linus Olmark. I know we're not getting Linus Olmark today in net; we're getting Carter Hutton, but hopefully Casey Middlestat, wherever he.
I mean, I don't even think that was still confirmed. Ralph never confirmed it, but
I've heard rumblings on Twitter. It's gonna be.
People think, but
yeah. I mean, I hope it's Linus Olmark.
Oh, yep, it is. It is Hutton. We just got the official line.
The official word. Yep.
So yeah, we got Casey Middlestat, Jack Eichel, Victor Olofsson on the first line, Taylor Hall, Eric Stahl, Dylan Cozen second line, Reeder, Eakin, Okposo third line, and Skinner still on the fourth line with Lazar and Sheehan. If you look at the graphic, the best part is the graphic says line. It doesn't say first, second, third, fourth. But yeah, Carter Hutton in that. How are you feeling about that, Conzi?
Well, here's the thing. Ralph Kruger said in the press conference yesterday, Jeff Skinner earned to play with Jack Eichel on 5-on-5 on the top line. And it was like, okay, yeah, but when is he going to officially earn it to play up on that top line? And you would think with Reinhart out, you'd want Skinner to play on the top two lines to generate more chances. So it's still mind-boggling to me, but I guess it is what it is. And until he starts finding the back of the net consistently, it looks like he's going to be on the fourth line.
Absolutely. I mean, it is what it is. He's creating some of the most chances, though, on the team. If you look at some of the charts, charting hockey's done, looking at the expected goals for and the expected goals against, you have the her line leading the team, but the next player right there behind him in that cluster is Jeff Skinner. I think he needs to get more minutes, Dwayne.
Absolutely. I get like some critics of Skinner say, well, maybe he needs to score a goal. Well, yeah, maybe he needs to play more than 10 minutes a night. Maybe he needs to be surrounded with better hockey players. That's no knock on the players he's playing with. You're going to sit here as Ralph Kruger and say Jeff Skinner earned his time on the first line, but then you're going to award a guy who wasn't even good enough to make the roster in training camp that spot the very next game. Like that, tell me how that makes sense. That does not make any sense. What message did that send to Jeff Skinner? He's like, yeah, you work hard, you're busting your ass, and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. But by the way, we're going to stick Casey Middlestat in that spot instead. It just makes no sense to me.
No, how do you're absolutely rewarding Casey Middlestat for what? Putting him right onto that first line. I don't get it. Why wouldn't you move Skinner up there and put Casey down there on the bottom? I get you want to spread it out. Yes, it is spreading things out, but he's not finishing right now. I think you put him out there with Jeff and Jack, and like that's just that instant chemistry, that instant confidence boost for him. I think that's exactly what he needs going forward. Konzi, you're a big proponent of freeing Jeff Skinner as well.
Yeah, and I think that it just comes with time. I mean, really, I don't know what the beef is. What? No. We don't. What I'm saying is, no. I know we don't have time. I said I think it'll come with time. Meaning, I think at some point it's gonna have to force its hand. Like either we're gonna put Jeff Skinner on our top two lines, or they're gonna have to get rid of him. I don't know. There's no way anyone's gonna take on that contract. Okay, well, that's what I'm getting to, Dwayne. I'm saying that no one's gonna take on that contract, so you're gonna have to put him somewhere in the lineup where he's more effective. So I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what Kruger's thinking is, but right now we're stuck with Jeff Skinner on the fourth line, and we're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, so the Devils just announced Comery is getting his first nod in net of the season. That's going to be very interesting. Eric Comrie's first start of the year. What are your thoughts on that, Dwayne?
You got a guy that hasn't seen any game time this season. You need to take advantage of it, especially when you have your backup in net. A guy who also hasn't seen any playing time in a week, a little over a week. You have to start burying chances. We're a little bit depleted here without Reinhart, and now we have a guy like Casey Middlestat in the lineup who really hasn't proven much so far since the season started, either in practice, training camp, or in the games he has, the game time he has gotten. So you have to take advantage of this goaltender, coming in fresh and just not, having much rubber shot on him.
Absolutely. I think that's exactly what you have to do, Konzi. Get to him early, and that's exactly why I think you want Jeff Skinner on that first line, so you're bringing it right to him immediately. When you have a young goalie, especially, getting his first action of the season, and the Devils hadn't played in how long? Just as long as the Sabres coming into this. So what are your thoughts on that with Comery's first start here?
Yeah, you just gotta pepper him right off the get go. Just get him. He's got to get adjusted to the speed of the game if this is his first start. So get in the offensive zone and just start attacking. Attack. Get him on his heels, and then really find that sweet spot and put in the back of the net. One guy that once I think he gets going, it won't be an issue. Taylor Hall has beaten almost every goaltender, but he's hit the post. He's got a great shot. I just think that it's going to, once he finds it back in the net, everything will be fine. But that's the one guy I think needs to come out firing on all cylinders is Taylor Hall, because he could beat any goaltender in the game with that wicked awesome shot. So.
Yeah, and I think Stahl was very complimentary of playing with Taylor Hall and loves the amount of space he opens up on the ice for him. And it allows Stahl's hockey IQ to take over, where he doesn't have to be as fast, doesn't have to open things up as much on his own. And I think that says a lot about a true superstar type player. When you think of Jack Eichel or Taylor Hall, they're able to drive things on their own. And speaking about driving things on their own, Dwayne, you're driving on your own there. What do you think here? No Reinhart again, probably not able to drive his own line anyways, but we're getting into it. We're getting close to making a prediction on this game. Sabres here, putting Middlestat in the first line, everything else going on. Where's your head at in this?
I'm the optimistic Sabres guy, the cautiously optimistic Sabres guy, but I got a feeling this is one that we're going to drop like 4-2 or something like that. I'm going to stay optimistic, but I don't see us coming out with a victory today just because of the depletion. I mean, just, I just don't agree with the message you're sending him when you're Ralph Kruger to a guy like Jeff Skinner who's worked his ass off the entire season to get an opportunity. You give him one opportunity, and then you immediately hand it to Casey Middlestat. I just don't. That's not a recipe for success, if you ask me.
Absolutely. So, what's your actual game prediction here, Dwayne? Lock it in.
4-2 Devils.
4-2 Devils. I hate it, Dwayne. I don't know what's wrong with you today. I think you need to be a little bit more confident. Maybe after you get a couple beers. Yeah, you're not wrong, but I think you need a couple beers in you or something. Get a little liquid confidence. Kanzi, where are you at on this one? Because I think there's a great opportunity here against the Devils for the Sabres to continue to climb the standings.
I think Dylan Cousins has been playing really good hockey for this Buffalo Sabres team, and he's impressed me. Not that I thought he was going to be bad this season, but just how quickly he's adjusted. When he gets the puck, he's shooting. I mean, he is incredible. So I think that this will be the Dylan Cousins game that we talk about. That'll really catapult him into being a more confident player. I got Cousins scoring 2 today, and I got the Sabres winning 3-1.
Sabres winning 3-1, covering the puck line. You love to see it. That's exactly where my mind is. I think that's what you need. Is Dwayne okay, Shoop? I don't know, Al. Dwayne's channeling his inner cats and is in the car. Yep, that's exactly what we're getting out of him right now. He's not bringing that confidence and bravado. That's fine. I'm going to bring it. I think this is a game where the Sabres are going to come out and they're going to dominate the Devils. I think they figured them out from yesterday. They're going to have an opportunity to really put up a bunch of goals and put them up early against Eric Comery in his first start of the season. Sabres minus 155 for the game, plus 104 to win in regulation. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Go get down to the sports book at the Seneca Creek Casino and go make some free money. The Sabres are going to absolutely roll the Devils today. Give me a 5-2 win. Carter Hutton is going to look phenomenal. I don't know. Hutton's not going to give up 4, Cole. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit more confident. The defense has been playing much better lately. And yeah, no, it's going to be a big Sabres win today. Lock it in. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the Crossing Swords intermission reports at Cross Swords Pod, at 2 Goalies 1 Mike for updates throughout the game and throughout the season. We had Danford Days just release a new article on Trainwreck Sports, a little bit more critical of the Sabres than we were. But hey, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. They haven't played perfect hockey, and they're still on the outside looking in right now. So make sure you go give that a look. Kanzi, anything else before we get ready to watch this game?
No, I just want to make sure that Dwayne, I'm here for you if you need anything. I'd be happy to give you a hug. I'm concerned. Are you okay? Are you sure you're driving to where you're driving?
Yeah, maybe I'm just salty still over the Jeff Skinner stuff. I can't agree with that roster decision.
All right. Well, I love you.
Do it.
So I love you, buddy.
All right. Well, I just don't agree with it, and that's just me being salty. Maybe that is kind of steering my prediction there. But of course, I want the team to win. I hope they make me eat my words. But I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I do know, and the Sabres are going to win. Again, stay tuned for the Crossing Swords intermission reports. For myself, Ty B, Joe Kanzi Jr., and Dwayne, we got 3 words for you. Let's go